In this video, we are going to learn about the exponents. Exponents are powers. So we are writing a number that has an exponent n. So what that means this number is called the base, and that is in the power, that is called exponent. So if something is written as a has power n, so that means we are multiplying a by itself. How many times? The exponent tells us we are multiplying a by itself n times. So it is in the power. So let's try to see what is the fifth power of 1 over 2. So that is a repeated multiplication. So we will multiply the base by itself. How many times? The exponent, this power, is telling us we are going to multiply half by itself 5 times. So we multiply all the numerators together and we multiply all the denominators together. And we get 1 over 32. So 1 over 2 has fifth power is 1 over 32. Now if you have minus 1 has power 5. So again it is a repeated multiplication. We are multiplying the base by itself and the exponent is telling us we are multiplying 5 times. So minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. So we have odd number of minus signs. So 1 times 1 is 1 and the final answer will be negative 1. From here we get, if you have the odd power of a negative number, the final answer will be the negative, because we have odd number of negatives, so negative 1. And if you have even power of a negative 1, so that means we are multiplying negative 1 even number of times. So even negatives will give you a positive answer. So we will get positive 1 as a solution. So we have some special exponents. So that means if you have 0 has any power, suppose 10. So what that means? That means we are multiplying the base by itself 10 times. Doesn't matter what is the exponent of 0. 0 times anything is 0. Correct? 0 has any power n, that is 0. And if you have 0 in the exponent, so 5 has exponent 0 or 5 has power 0. Anything has power 0, any non-zero number has power 0, that is always equals to 1. Remember that. Now let's talk about the negative exponents. So exponents means the repeated multiplication. If you have 3 has power minus 2, what that means? That means multiply 3 by itself repeatedly, the base, 3 by itself. How many times? Minus 2 times. Does this make any sense? Minus 2 times. It has to be a positive number. So if the exponent is negative, that in this sense it doesn't, it doesn't make any sense. If you have a negative times, we have to multiply something negative 2 times. It has to be 2 times, 3 times, 10 times. It has to be positive number of times. So whenever you encounter the negative exponent, make sure your first duty is to make the exponent positive. Whenever you see negative exponents anywhere, try to make it positive. And what is the rule to make it positive? Flip the base. Flip the base. If the base is in the numerator, it goes in the denominator, and denominator goes in the numerator. When you flip the base, the exponent becomes positive automatically. Changes signs. So if this is the rule, let's flip the base. It's a 3 has power minus 2. So the denominator is just 1, so we don't write the denominator. So we flip the base. Base is just 3. So we flip the base. 3 will become 1 over 3 and exponent will become positive. The power will change its sign. So it is 1 over 3 times 1 over 3. So now it means multiply 1 over 3 2 times because the power is positive 2. This we get 1 over 9 as our solution. Let's do one more example where we will be given a negative exponent and we will turn the negative exponent into a positive exponent. So 5 over 2 has an exponent minus 2. Let's now simplify this. So we see the negative exponent. First we will make it positive. To make the exponent positive, we have to flip the base. Base is 5 over 2 and this exponent is for both 5 and 2 because this exponent is for the whole bracket. So 2 will go in the numerator, 5 will go in the denominator and exponent will change its sign. So now this means 2 over 5 is multiplied by itself repeatedly. How many times? 2 times. So it is 4 over 25. This is how we deal with the negative exponents. Now let's talk about some rules of the exponents. And then we will use all this information and try to work on certain problems. So the first rule of the exponent is if you are multiplying two exponential expressions, so we have two exponential expression and their bases are same. So instead of writing them 2 times with a multiplication sign in the middle, we will just write one exponential expression and we will add the exponents. And similarly, if you are dividing two exponential expression and they have the same base, so we can combine them by subtracting their exponents. The third rule of the exponent is if you have the power of the exponential function, that means m is a power of a and you have one another power n, so we multiply. If you have two powers, we multiply powers together so that we have only one power. So these are the rules that we use in the simplification when we want to write the expression in a simple and smaller form so that we can combine some expressions and combine two powers by multiplication. If you have a times b in the base and there is a bracket and m, so when the power is outside the bracket, it belongs to everything that is inside the bracket. So this power belongs to a as well as b. So we can write this as, we can separate this power as a power of a and the power of b. We can open the bracket. According to the problem, we can use this. And similarly, if you have a fraction of two numbers and you have a common power of the whole bracket, so this power belongs to the numerator as well as the denominator, we can separate this to the numerator and the denominator. And sixth one, I'm going to write the negative power. So if you have the negative power, so our first job is to make it positive. We have to flip the base. B is in the denominator, so when we will flip that, B will go in the numerator and E will go in the denominator, and the number will remain same, just it will change its sign. M becomes positive. So now you know that this M belongs to both B as well as the numerator and the denominator, B and A, so it is the power of B over power of A. E has power M. So these are the exponent rules. So let's try to answer one question where we will use all these rules and simplify the expression. So x squared y3 z has power minus 2 over y squared x times z square has power 2 and everything has power 3. So let's simplify this expression. So simplify means make it as simple as possible. So there are x's, y's and z's in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Try to write x, y and z only once by combining them together if possible. So first let's open the inner bracket. So this 2 belongs to this whole bracket. So we can distribute this 2 for x and for z square. So what we will get? So when you distribute this 2 to this, we get x squared z squared squared, right? And z has 2 powers, and we know that we just learned when there are 2 powers we multiply both powers together. So can I write this as z has 4th power? 2 times 2 is 4. So what we are left with? We are left with x squared y cube z has power minus 2 over y square x square z has power 4 and everything here has power 3. Clear? Okay, we open the bracket. Now we just learn if there are negative powers, make it positive. So this negative power only belongs to z. This has nothing to do with the y and x. So we will just flip this z, base z, and make the exponent positive. So if we will do that, it is same as 1 over z squared. Am I right? I flip the base and exponent will become positive. So can I write this as x square y cube, and in the denominator we have y square x square z4. It was already there. Now when you change this negative exponent to positive, z will go in the denominator and we have z has power 2. And now there is a bracket and there is a power 3 to the bracket. Now what to do? So before I distribute this, you can distribute 3 power inside the bracket. It belongs to everything that is inside the bracket. But before I do so, I want to combine the terms. So for example, you see that these are 2 terms with the same base z and we are multiplying them. These are the 2 terms that has the base x and we are dividing these two. And similarly these y's, these are also in the division. So instead of writing them 2 times in the both in the numerator or denominator, why not to combine? One way is you can cancel x square with x square, right? We can cancel out the same things in the numerator and denominator, and today we are learning exponents, so I will go with that. If you are dividing two exponential expression with the same base, right, the bases are same, so we just learn we subtract their exponent, right? So that is our second property. Here we subtract the exponent if two things are in division. And then we also learn if something has power 0, that is equal to 1. Whatever the base is, non-zero base, x has power 0, that is equal to 1. In other words, you can say we can simply cancel the same number from the numerator and denominator. X square and x squares are the same things in the, and we just left with 1. Both ways correct. So what we get here, let me use the red pen. So x square and x square will cancel each other, and y cube over y square, y cube over y square. You will say we subtract their exponents, we get y has power 1, that is just y. So in the numerator we have just y, and in the denominator we are multiplying two exponential expression with the same base, these. So we add their exponents. and there is a third power of everything, and there is a third power. So 4 plus 2 is 6, and now this third power belongs to both the numerator and denominator. Let's distribute that. Z6 and this has third power. And when you have two powers, both powers will multiply with each other. It has Z has power 18. 3 times 6 is 18. So you see that this is the simplified version. Now we cannot cancel out anything. We cannot combine any two terms, because now we are left with only two terms, one in the numerator, one in the denominator, and they have different bases. We cannot combine them. So this is the introduction about the exponents. Thank you so much.